Berlin, Germany's capital, dates to the 13th century. Reminders of the city's turbulent 20th century history include its Holocaust Memorial and the Berlin Wall's graffitied remains. Divided during the Cold War, its 18th century Brandenburg Gate has become a symbol of reunification. The city's also known for its art scene and modern landmarks like the gold-colored, swoop-roofed Berliner Philharmonie, built in 1963. In this video, we explore the best tourist attractions in Berlin. We've collected a list of the top tourist attractions in Berlin, so make sure to include them in your list if you're a visitor. At first in the list, number 1, Brandenburg Gate. Built in the late 1700s, the Brandenburg Gate is the only surviving city gate of Berlin. The gate is in the western part of Berlin and marks the entrance to Unter den Linden. Used as one of the Berlin Wall crossings, the gate became a site of protest during the division of Germany and a place of celebration when the wall fell in 1989. The gate was severely damaged in World War II and underwent extensive renovation in the early 2000s. Today it is fully restored and is the symbol of not only the turbulent history of the region, but also the reunification of East and West Berlin. Number 2, Reichstag. The Reichstag is the seat of the German parliament and an historic landmark. A fire in 1933 and air raids during the Battle of Berlin in 1945 caused a great deal of damage. The Reichstag sits near the Brandenburg Gate and was not fully restored until after the deconstruction of the Berlin Wall and the German reunification. Some historical scars, such as graffiti left by Soviet soldiers, were left as a tribute to the building's difficult past. The original building was designed by several architects and the mix of styles in the completed structure was somewhat controversial at the time, but now is appreciated by thousands of visitors each year. Number 3, Museum Island. 5 museums comprise Museum Island, which is located between the Spree River and Kupfergraben. As with many of the structures in Berlin, the old museum buildings were nearly destroyed during the Second World War but are now open. The Altes Museum displays ancient Greek and Roman artifacts, while the Alt National Gallery houses the largest collection of 19th-century paintings and sculptures in Germany. The Neues Museum houses prehistoric pieces and Egyptian art, including the bust of Queen Nefertiti. Number 4, Holocaust Memorial. Near the Brandenburg Gate, the Holocaust Memorial is a simple, but powerful tribute to the Jews that died as a result of Hitler's extermination plan. The 2,711 slabs are arranged in a wave-like pattern over 205,000 square feet. Each stone is unique, varying from ankle-high to over 6 feet tall. The paths between the slabs undulate with the overall effect being one of instability and disorientation. There is no set pattern and visitors may walk in any direction through the peaceful, quiet stones. Number 5, Potsdamer Platz. Art, entertainment and shopping can all be found in this vibrant corner of Berlin. The square was completely destroyed after the war but has been rebuilt into a modern plaza with landmark towers and a shopping arcade. The area is seen as symbolic reconnection of the two halves of Berlin, joining the residents of both sides in a completely new part of the city. A replica of Germany's first traffic light stands in the center with sleek, modern office buildings surrounding the Platz. Number 6, Berlin TV Tower. Located near the Alexanderplatz is the Berlin TV Tower, better known to locals at the Berliner Fernsehturm. This tower is the tallest structure in all of Germany, and its observation deck offers an incredible vantage point for amazing views over much of the city. The Berlin TV Tower was built in the 1960s, and it is one of the most significant mid-century modern buildings in Germany. At the time of its construction, it was also a true engineering marvel. Just below the main observation deck, there is an upscale restaurant where you can enjoy the view with a drink or a full meal. Number 7, Treptower Park. Alongside the River Spree, south of central Berlin, you'll find Treptower Park. If you're interested in WW2 history, then the park is a must-see destination in Berlin. The park is home to a large military cemetery as well as the enormous Soviet War Memorial that was built in 1949 to commemorate the Soviet soldiers who fell in the Battle of Berlin. There are a number of plates set around the park, each of which memorializes certain battles. Beyond the historical significance, Treptower Park is an awesome place to walk along the paved pedestrian pathways, rent a rowboat for some time on the water, or just have a drink in the park's beer garden. Number 8, Charlottenburg Palace. If you like touring palaces, then don't miss the Charlottenburg Palace. This is the largest palace in Germany, and it is found in Berlin's City West District. Charlottenburg Palace was constructed at the end of the 17th century, and the entire community of Charlottenburg grew around it. Built in the Baroque style, and boasting beautiful gardens and outdoor sculptures, the palace is now open to the public. You can tour restored rooms and see the extravagant, Rococo style in the apartments of Frederick the Great, and you can also see collections of porcelain, crown jewels and royal silver. Number 9, Berlin Cathedral. There are many wonderful churches to see in Berlin, but the Berlin Cathedral is the largest and one of the most impressive. It was built at the start of the 20th century as a way to express the imperial power of Germany. The brick, neo-Renaissance cathedral is located in the area of Museum Island in the district of Mitte. The enormous organ is a major point of pride in the cathedral, and it is still used for religious services. If you visit, you can climb to the top of the dome and enjoy views from the cathedral after touring the interior. At last in the list, number 10, Victory Column. The Siegessäule, or Victory Column, was built toward the end of the 19th century in celebration of several Prussian military triumphs. The column originally stood in front of the Reichstag but was moved to the middle of Tiergarten by the Nazi government as part of a major urban redevelopment plan. At the very top of the column is an angelic, winged figure that represents Victoria, the Roman goddess of victory. At the top of the Victory Column is an observation deck that allows for panoramic views over the city. There's just one catch: there is no elevator. If you're feeling up for it, take on the 285 steps to get to the top. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite tourist attractions in Berlin? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.